Now intake of sunlight. So we all know that sunlight, exposure to sunlight every day is very vital to keep always healthy. Unfortunately, most of the children, they don't even know when the sun rises. They don't even get up before sunlight, before sunrise. So sunlight, we think that it is only necessary for plants to manufacture food, but human beings also need proper exposure to sunlight to stay healthy. When natural sunlight, it hits the skin, it triggers the body's production of vitamin D. Vitamin D is also known as the sunshine vitamin, and it is very crucial ingredient for overall health. If the levels of vitamin D are less in the body, it can cause heart diseases, prostate cancer, dementia, and so many other problems if vitamin D is less. So regular exposure to sunlight protects us against inflammations inside the body. It boosts our immunity, lowers high blood pressure. It also strengthens our muscles. Brain function gets improved. Our mood gets improved. Depression gets reduced. Our sleep gets improved. It also, the regular exposure to sunlight strengthens our bones, and any skin disorders which we suffer from a long period can get healed if you regularly expose your body to sunlight. It also promotes our eye health, and even it can protect us against cancer. Regular exposure to sunlight. Our body is meant to be in sun, and exposure to sunlight during the daytime is crucial to our well-being. At least 10 to 15 minutes, if we can stay in the sunlight in the morning or in the evening, we can plan our schedule in such a way that we spend some time in any kind of outdoor activity like gardening, walking, running, playing, any other activity, particularly when the sun is not too harsh. That will help us keep our body always healthy. In fact, Ayurveda recommends applying the till oil, sesame oil to the body, then expose the body to sunlight, do some physical activity, experience profuse sweating, which helps in removing toxins from each and every cell of the body, then take nice hot water bath. This whole process is a mini detoxification therapy every day, which we can do to ourselves to remove toxins which get accumulated in each and every cell of the body. So, there are so many benefits of exposing our body to sunlight. So if you look at the holistic human health topic, the yellow part is understanding the human being, and the blue part is applying this understanding part, the principles which govern the body. If you apply these things in your daily routine, you will always stay healthy. And this application part, there are two parts. One is keeping the body and self in harmony, and whenever there is disharmony, returning back to harmony of health. So these two parts we're trying to cover in every week, and to keep our body and self in harmony, we need nurturing and we need protection. We need to nurture each and every cell of our body. We need to protect our body. In the nurturing part, we have intake. Intake is like what we take inside, which is food, water, air, and sunlight, which we have covered in detail. Then comes the routine part. Routine, again, if you divide routine into two parts, one is daily routine, the other one is Seasonal routine. So what we need to do right from the morning till night to stay healthy, and what we need to do in each and every season to stay healthy. So these things we need to understand. So waking up and cleansing your body, nourishing your body, doing proper work, taking proper rest, and understanding how to fulfill the natural urges. All these things, they are under the daily routine part. And seasonal routine comprised of cleansing our body in every season according to that particular season, nourishing our body in accordance with the season, and including various activities which will help our body to adjust the seasonal changes. And whenever one season gets transformed into another season, there will be a junction part between two seasons. So what we need to do in that particular junction part, how we seamlessly walk from one season to the other season without any disturbance in our health. So all these things will be covered in the seasonal routine part. So, so if you observe your daily routine, we often notice that sometimes during the day are usually like almost smooth sailing, and other times it creates resistance. Sometimes whatever we want to do, it happens so easily, and sometimes in spite of a lot of effort, things doesn't happen so easily. So we can compare our schedule. When you compare our schedule with natural cycles of the day, the lunar cycle, solar cycle, are we harnessing the energy of nature and using it to our advantage, or are we swimming upstream against the rhythms of nature? Are we in tune with nature, or are we just going against the nature? This is something which we need to understand, because if we are always in tune with nature, it will be very easy for us to plan our routine in such a way that we will always stay with optimum energy levels. Otherwise, very soon our battery gets drained and we feel like we are just dragging our day, trying trying so hard to get things done, which should not be the case. It should be like smooth sailing. And how do we do that? For that, we need to understand the concept of circadian rhythm. Human being is influenced by various external environmental factors. As the earth revolves around itself, various changes happen in 24 hours, like sunrise, sunset, increase in external temperature, etc. And this in turn stimulates various changes in the internal environment of the human body. These changes range from natural movement of bowels before sunrise, maximum secretion of digestive juices at the noon time when sun is glowing very strongly, and during the night time, production of energy happens, tissue building happens, rejuvenation, revitalization happens. All these things happen at regular intervals of time, in specific time. As the internal environment of human being is synchronized with external environment, and on that basis, if you plan your routine on the basis of universal health principles, if you plan your routine, it will help us maintain the harmony between internal and external environments, and it will keep our body healthy and disease free. So daily routine and seasonal routine need to be planned meticulously on the basis of universal health principles. So first we first let us understand what exactly is the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is also called as body clock. It is a term evolved from scientific field of chronobiology. Circadian rhythms are internally driven cycles. They regulate various physical, physiological, and biochemical processes in our body. And these cycles they get reset daily and they move according to the Earth's 24-hour rotation. These rhythms, human circadian rhythms, are built in. However, they are stimulated and trained from cues in nature. And these cues are called Zeitgebers. Zeitgeber is an any external cue that entrains, shifts our internal body functions, and it helps in synchronizing our Earth's 24-hour light day cycle with our own human body. So there are so many Zeitgebers. Zeitgebers are the cues which will tell us what to do, tell our body to adjust itself, organize itself so that all the activities happen properly in time. There are so many Zeitgebers, and the strongest Zeitgeber is light. And there are other Zeitgebers like eating, sleeping, social interaction, external temperature, external season in which we are there, and kind of physical activity we do. And these Zeitgebers, they can train the body to get adjusted to new time zones. Suddenly you go to a different country, everything changes. And the Zeitgebers are those things which will help us change the body's internal clock to adjust to the new environment. So it helps us adjust to the day and night cycles. It also helps us to adjust to the seasonal influences. However, circadian rhythms do not depend upon the Zeitgeber to function. Normally, every cycle inside the body which happens from we wake up and so many activities happen and they repeat themselves. All these activities they repeat every 24 hours. Even if there are no Zeitgebers to stimulate these things, they actually happen. But there are so many things which can change our circadian rhythm, which can wrongly train our circadian rhythm. For example, artificial light, a lot of stress, disturbed daily lifestyle. This can change our circadian rhythm. So let us see what happens. Normally, every activity which happens inside our body, like bowel movement in the morning, production of the enzymes, production of hormones, movement in the intestines, movement in various parts of the body. Each and every activity should happen in a specific time, and this will happen only if we plan our lifestyle in tune with solar cycle, lunar cycle, so that we will train our body in such a way that it always sails in a very smooth way. For example, if we wake up early in the morning, so this waking up early in the morning is a very important thing. The moment we wake up, open our eyes, the light falls on our eye and it enters into our eye and it gets converted into electric signals, and this stimulates our body's master clock, and the master clock will be alerted that the person is awake, and accordingly each and every activity in our body which takes place involuntarily without our own knowledge happens in a right way. If the waking up itself is delayed, the entire set of activities which happen inside our body they get delayed, and slowly they go out of tune with the Earth's cycle, lunar cycle, solar cycle, and we will not be in tune with the external environment, which in fact is a very having a very strong influence on our own body. So it's very important for us to wake up early in the morning. So that itself will help us start this whole circadian rhythm in a right way. So generally what happens when you wake up early in the morning? So early morning time is a wonderful time, and waking up early will give us a wholesome lifespan. This environment is quiet, calm and pleasant, and it has a positive impact on body, positive impact on our mind. Waking up early in the morning stimulates easy evacuation of our natural urges. Bowel movement happens very nicely. Intestines they move, and according to the circadian rhythm, it is the best time to eliminate the toxins in the body. Bowels will be removed, and you feel energized. And it is also the right time for meditation. It is also right time for studies. It is also right time for spiritual practices. And in our tradition, waking up early means waking up in Brahmi Muhurta. Brahma Muhurta is the 29th Muhurta of any day. Our ancestors, they have divided 24 hours, one day, into 30 Muhurtas. And each Muhurta is about 48 minutes. So from today's sunrise to tomorrow's sunrise, we calculate 30 Muhurtas. And the 29th Muhurta is called Brahma Muhurta. For example, if 6 a.m. is sunrise today, so 5:12 in the morning to 6 is the 30th Muhurta, last Muhurta of yesterday's day. So before that, before 5:12, before 96 minutes before the sunrise to 48 minutes before the sunrise is the Brahma Muhurta, that is the 29th Muhurta of a day. That is the best time to wake up, and lots and lots of research went into what happens when people wake up in this Brahma Muhurta. What happens to people who wake up early in the morning before sunrise? What happens to their circadian rhythm when we wake up early in the morning and allow the body to adjust itself and tune itself to the solar cycle, to the lunar cycle? And research shows that people who wake up early in the morning, they are intellectually superior and they have more energy. They are much healthier, both physically and mentally, than people who wake up late in the morning. So we have a lot of scientific research papers, particularly research performed in various countries, which shows that early morning waking up is the best time to enhance your health in many ways. So one advantage which happens when you wake up early in the morning is, as I've told you, the circadian rhythm gets adjusted, and you will be whatever should happen in your body, it happens in time, in a regular time, if you wake up early in the morning. That is the first step to correct your circadian rhythm. And another important thing which happens early in the morning before sunrise is proper detoxification of our body. So cleansing our body is very important for us to stay always healthy. So it's not like cleansing our body is not just a proper bowel movement. It's very important for us to remove the remaining undigested food from the intestines, so that unwanted toxins and gases will not get produced from the intestines. Along with that, along with the proper bowel movement, proper urination, it is very important for us to cleanse each and every cell of the body, each and every sense organ, like our mouth, tongue, our nose, ears, eyes, skin. Each and every sense organ needs proper cleansing. Similarly, all the organs which are inside our body needs proper cleansing. And we need to ensure that we give proper cleansing to each and every part of our body. How do we do that? Today I will just give you simple practical ways to cleanse the body in a right way, so that body gets rid of all the toxins which get accumulated in the body over a period of time, and regular daily cleansing which will keep always our health and immunity strong. I will just give you a few examples. Normally, the moment we get up, first thing we do is brush our teeth, and we need to look into this whole brushing our teeth part. Are we doing it in the right way? Because if you look at the packaging of the paste you use to brush your teeth, you can find all these chemicals as ingredients of the paste. See, this aspartame, it is a controversial artificial sweetener, and it is associated with a plethora fatigue, abdominal cramps, weight gain, nausea. And why is it there? It is there to give you sweet taste. It doesn't help in strengthening our teeth, or it doesn't help in cleansing our oral cavity. It's just there to make the paste sweet. Then there is another chemical called carrageenan. This particular ingredient is used to thicken and stabilize the toothpaste. Otherwise, toothpaste can become very liquidy. So to keep it thick and stabilize it, they add this carrageenan. And repeated consumption of this carrageenan has been linked to skin problems, gastrointestinal problems, many problems related to the digestive system. And why is it being added? Just to keep the taste thick, not to keep our teeth strong. Then we have diethanolamine, a common ingredient in foaming products. Diethanolamine causes foam, that foam which you get when you brush your teeth. And this particular DEA or diethanolamine can cause a lot of irritation in your eyes, in your skin, and it can cause so many other problems, and it can potentially cause cancer. Exposing your skin to diethanolamine has been linked to heightened risk of kidney cancer, liver cancer, and that is there to just give foam to our toothpaste. Then we have FD&C blue 1 and 2. It gives a brilliant blue color. And you know, the benefit of this brilliant blue color is purely cosmetic. And when you swallow this blue color dye, it can irritate your respiratory tract, it can irritate your digestive system. And children who regularly eat these toothpaste with that brilliant blue color, brilliant green color, they were linked to learning and behavioral problems, this particular FD&C. So it's very important for us to understand what these ingredients are there for and why we are using. Then we have this fluoride. Once this fluoride was touted as the solution to building strong teeth. Then scientists have discovered that this fluoride is a downright unsafe ingredient of the toothpaste with a shocking number of negative health effects. It can disrupt your immune system. It can decrease adrenal gland function. It can decrease thyroid gland function. And there is no use of adding this fluoride to the toothpaste. And ingesting too much fluoride can result in fluoride toxicity. Lots of symptoms like vomitings, skin problems, headaches, and so many other things can happen. Then we have this propylene glycol, and it is a surfactant. It is a wetting agent. We don't want our paste to become solid, very thick. It should not become like cement. It should not freeze. So we add this chemical called propylene glycol. But if you regularly use this toothpaste with propylene glycol, it has this potential toxicity to liver, kidneys, and brain. So dangerous. Then we have the sodium lauryl sulfate. The sodium lauryl sulfate is a chemical which works like a detergent, a cleansing agent, a surfactant, a foaming agent. It causes foam. It is there in our paste, it is there in our shampoo, it is there in our soap, it is there in shaving cream, it is there in detergent, dishwash, in cloth washing powder, everywhere, wherever there is foam, there is sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS. That is the common name of sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate. And generally, we add this so that it cleans the teeth, but actually, in reality, it worsens our oral health. It makes our teeth sensitive. Regular brushing with paste with sodium lauryl sulfate causes sensitiveness in our teeth. Sodium lauryl sulfate has been linked to increase the and frequency of canker sores in our mouth, ulcers, mouth ulcers. It increases the allergies, right from infection in the mouth to dangerous diseases like cancer. So many problems can arise if you regularly use toothpaste with sodium lauryl sulfate. Then we have this sorbitol. Again, it is similar to the propylene glycol. It is being added to the toothpaste so that it will prevent hardening of the toothpaste, drying out of the toothpaste. Unfortunately, sorbitol has a bad effect on your intestines. It can cause loose motions, diarrhea, laxative effect is there. Then we have triclosan. Initially, triclosan was included in toothpaste for its health benefits. It was thought as an antibacterial agent. But triclosan came under severe scrutiny for its role in endocrine disruption. It disturbs the hormonal function inside the body. Thyroid gland gets disturbed. Even it is bad for environment, this triclosan. It has been classified as a pesticide by United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. So it should not be included in our toothpaste, but unfortunately it is. There are so many other chemicals like dicalcium phosphate, lead, nickel, and a lot of studies were done all over the world. One study in Connecticut University says that children who swallow paste regularly, they will show both developmental, physical and psychological developmental diseases in the future. So it's very important for us to avoid putting these chemicals first thing in the mouth early in the morning after getting up. We want to get rid of toxins. We don't want to put toxins inside our mouth first thing in the morning. What do we do? So we can choose something which is much safer to cleanse our mouth, oral cavity, which is very important. We need proper cleansing, but we can choose things which are not chemicals, which are close to nature. In Ayurveda, these are some few of the trees which are having wonderful benefits as far as oral health and dental hygiene, oral hygiene is concerned. Mango, Arjuna, Bilva, Karanja, Khadira, Madhuka, Nimba, Neem actually, Negroda. All these trees, whole parts of these trees, bark, stem, leaves, fruit, seeds, flowers, even roots, they're highly effective in strengthening our gums, stopping, preventing bleeding, preventing the decay of teeth, and also removing the infections from mouth, oral cavity. Lots and lots of tooth powders without any chemicals, pure powders of these herbal, trees and leaves. They are available all over the country, and we need to choose one with zero chemicals, and that will ensure there will be no visit to a dentist just for the sake of toothache or bleeding gums or caries in the mouth. And there are so many other ways to help ourselves. Even the simple neem twig can be used as a brush. Just chew it and make it as a smooth brush and use it to brush your teeth, and that will help you in so many ways. In different parts of the country, they use different twigs to brush their teeth, and during those times when they were brushing with these twigs, there was less decay in teeth, less sensitivity in teeth, and more longevity in teeth. But nowadays, because of various reasons, people are using only toothpaste. One thing is convenience. Another thing is a kind of addiction to the smell and foam and the taste of the toothpaste, which is causing so many problems. And even the brush which we use, the brush itself is made out of plastic, and the bristles which are there on the brush, they are also mostly nylon or plastic. And the moment you put plastic and rub it on your mouth with so many chemicals, it is a recipe for disaster. So you can choose healthy tooth powders, and also nowadays we have healthy alternatives for everything. You can choose a bamboo brush completely made out of pure bamboo, and the bristles made out of activated charcoal. So nowadays in Amazon and Flipkart, these toothbrushes are available. You can choose, and they are very economical, 30 to 40 rupees for each brush. And we use the same for all our family members and friends and patients. So it's very comfortable, very healthy. And if you throw the brush away, it is very easily, you can easily it gets degraded. It gets mixed in the soil very easily. It's biodegradable. So choose a brush which is not made out of plastic. And also you can choose a tongue cleaner which is not made out of plastic. Many of us use plastic tongue cleaners, whereas we get really good stainless steel tongue cleaner or a copper tongue cleaner or even silver tongue cleaner made out of silver. Nano silver particles, when they enter our body, or copper particles, when they enter our body, they do a lot of help to the body. Whereas when you scrape your tongue with plastic, which contains BPA, bisphenol A chemical, minute particles of bisphenol A can cause so many diseases. So let us not keep plastic toothbrush, plastic tongue cleaner in the in our mouth first thing in the morning. Let us not use any chemicals. We have alternatives for all these things. We have healthy alternatives, convenient alternatives, which you can use and prevent all kinds of tooth decay, prevent bleeding gums, prevent caries, prevent toothache, and prevent infections in your gums, prevent bad breath, just by choosing the right thing to clean your oral cavity. And there is also this practice of oil pulling, taking 1 or 2 spoons of lukewarm till oil, gingerly oil, and putting it in our mouth and swishing it, gargling our mouth with oil. That in turn is again so useful to keep our oral cavity healthy. Oils are lipophilic. They can penetrate deep into the skin. They trap water and other moisturizing goodnesses inside our skin, and they keep the toxins and other bad stuff out of our oral cavity. Some oils also help in fortifying and strengthening our own natural skin barrier. Applying oil to the skin helps in blocking harmful UV rays, and if you do this oil pulling regularly, it prevents the growth of microorganisms in our oral cavity. Of course, we use the same oil to put it as a nose drops, ear drops. So microorganisms in all these cavities, we can prevent the growth just by putting oil. Nowadays, many people think that if you put oil in your nose or in your mouth, in your ears, it is wrong. No, actually, it is very good practice. Every day after brushing your teeth with some natural tooth powder and using natural brush and natural tongue cleaner, then you can do this oil pulling, which is very, very healthy. Many people I know who are senior citizens, 70 plus, 80 plus, Ayurveda doctors, who are practicing this oil pulling right from the young age. They say that not even a single teeth is having any hole, any caries in it. All their teeth are intact, and they are strong and much, much better than other people who brush with toothpaste and do nothing else. So you all can try using this gingerly oil or sesame oil to 1 or 2 spoons, put it in your mouth after brushing your teeth and swish it for some time. It will strengthen your oral cavity, remove the infections and bad breath, and stop the bleeding of gums and stop these dental caries. So this is about cleansing your oral cavity, including your tongue. So I am just speaking about the cleansing of various sense organs. Our nose is again a very important organ. Nose is termed as a gateway of head because it is connected to our ears by eustachian tubes, with the eyes through nasolacrimal ducts, with the throat by nasopharynx, and it is also connected with the brain via olfactory nerves through the cribriform plate situated at the roof of the nose. So it's very important for us to keep all these connections clean. Nose has several functions. It is through the nose that we breathe in and breathe out continuously. Last week we spoke about this. Nose, which is also the sense organ of smell, it helps in adding warmth to the air which we are inhaling, adding humidity to the air which we are inhaling, adding little moisture content, and it also purifies the inspired air. It gets filtered by the hair in the vestibule of nose, so it makes the air suitable for our lungs. If you take the same air through your mouth, instead of warm, humid and pure air, you will get cold, dry and impure air when you inhale through your mouth. And of course, nose is always exposed to external environment. It is always in contact with air, and it continuously exerts its drying effect on the nasal mucosa. So it's very important to keep the nose healthy. We should prevent the nose from drying. And what we can do, just put 2 drops of till oil, warm till oil in each nostril every day before bath. The surface area of the nasal cavity is about 160 square centimeters. So it's a huge place compared to the size of the nose. The surface area, because there are so many microvilli, a lot of surface area is there. The smelling part, the function of smell, the olfactory part is only small part in the entire nose. Out of the 160 square centimeters, only 5 square centimeters, functions, works for smelling. And lot of blood circulation happens in the nose region. There are around 6 arterial branches that bring blood to the nasal cavity. So this area is called Little's area. It is a very attractive route for drug administration. If you give any drug, if you put any drug in the nose, immediately it gets absorbed through these arteries and it can be taken to different parts of the body. So we put many medicines also through the nose, just like so you are looking at the picture, na? So every day, those people who are healthy, they can just put 2 drops of till oil in their nose, and it will till oil, gingerly oil, warm till oil in the nose, just to keep their nostrils and all the connections healthy. But we also put various medicines through this nose. You know, blood which flows to this region absorbs better, these nasal veins and arteries which are there. So the medicine gets absorbed, and if there is any excess medicine, it gets drained into the lymph vessels. So it's a very attractive route for drug delivery. So this putting these nasal drops, it helps us to keep the nose, eyes, and ears clean, because nose is connected to eyes, nose is connected to throat, nose is connected to ears. So we can keep all these channels clean just by putting 2 drops of nasal till oil, or this anutailam, which I speak regularly about, which is a wonderful, simple medicine which we all can use without any contraindications. So putting these drops inside our nose, it exerts soothing and nourishing effect on the nose and paranasal sinuses. There are air spaces in our skull. Sometimes they get blocked with a lot of mucus, and that mucus will be removed, and the air spaces will stay healthy if you daily put 2 drops of till oil inside your nostrils. This helps in preventing diseases of central nervous system by forming a protective antiseptic layer on the cribriform plate inside your nose. It prevents the entry of germs through the nose. So many health benefits are there if you just put 2 drops of till oil every day. This is a nice way of cleansing your sense organ of smell. Then we come to the sense organ of touch. The skin is the largest organ of our body. So it's very important for us to keep the skin also healthy, and skin is the easiest way. Skin can easily remove toxins from each and every organ of body just by letting a lot of sweat out. Unfortunately, sweating a lot has become a taboo. People think that sweating is not a good thing. In fact, sweating helps us remove all the toxic products, toxic free radicals and other toxins inside the body. In each and every cell of the body can be removed regularly if you have profuse sweating every day. So just by applying warm till oil to the whole body and increasing the blood circulation by doing some physical activity, you will have profuse sweating. And after application of oil massage and doing some physical activity, if you take hot water bath, lot of toxins will be removed from the body. You can just experience this improved blood circulation, strengthened muscles, flexible joints, strong body, lighter body, reduced fat. Everything happens just by applying oil, warm oil to the body, whole body. This is a nice way of cleansing your sense organ of touch and also internal organs. Similarly, the most important sense organ or sense of vision, they say Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. Eye is the most important sense organ, and it is very important for us to cleanse it, because lots and lots of secretions happen inside our eyes, and lots of obstructions can happen inside our eyes if we don't cleanse them regularly. It's very important for us to daily clean our eyes. And nowadays we are sitting before our computers for hours together, and lots of strain is being experienced by all these people who spend a lot of time before the monitors. So it's very important for us to strengthen and nourish and cleanse our eyes. And further, we need to understand there are some food items like cow milk, cow ghee, dry fruits like badam, herbs like shatavari, green gram, agastya flower and agastya leaf, punarnava flower, punarnava leaves, and grapes, dry grapes and fresh grapes, pomegranate, carrot, khanda sharkara or mishri, and amla. Indian gooseberry. All these things are very, very good in nourishing our eyes. So, how do we cleanse our eyes? Simplest way to cleanse our eyes is to take some fresh water and open our eyes and just sprinkle the eyes with fresh water. That is the easiest way. Or we can make a nice decoction of trifla powder. You can take and put 5 grams of trifla powder and 1 glass of water and reduce it to half glass and filter it with cloth and then put this decoction in both your eyes. That will help in cleansing your eyes regularly. So you can also use eye cups to dip your eyes in eye cups filled with trifla decoction and open the eyes to allow the decoction to enter each entire part of the eye. So if you have some infection, some eye problem, regularly you can do eye wash with trifla decoction kept in eye cups. Eye cups are available in all the medical stores. You can use them. You can even use rose water to clean your eyes. Rose water is available everywhere. So rose water is an arca of rose petals. So it can be used to clean your eyes. Some tough eye diseases can be solved just by putting breast milk into the eyes. So lots of benefits of breast milk in some eye diseases are recorded in Ayurveda. And regularly eating, um, regularly applying oil to both the feet with cow ghee or til oil, coconut oil also keeps our eye relaxed. Of course, there are some eye exercises which some of you might know. So the exercises which are visible on the screen are exercises for eye muscles. So taking your eyes left to right, right to left, top to bottom, bottom to top, and cross left top to right bottom, right top to left bottom. Then taking it round clockwise and anti-clockwise. These are some exercises of the eye muscles. If you can do it regularly, eyes will stay relaxed and strong. Of course, there are some exercises for our eye lens. Lens is an important part of our eye, which is flexible. And when it loses its flexibility, we start getting vision problems. So to keep it strong and flexible, we have so many exercises like focus change, near and far focus, hand ball eye coordination, sunning, candle exercise, window exercise, palming. So what we did was we have this YouTube channel AICTE-SIP, and in November 2020 we did this student induction program online, and in that program we did this practical demonstration of cleansing each and every sense organ, oral cleansing our oral cavity, cleansing our nose, cleansing our ears, cleansing our eyes, cleansing our skin, doing eye exercises. All these things we did. Cleansing all the 5 sense organs took less than 10 minutes, and doing these eye exercises will take less than 5 minutes. If you can spend 15 minutes to cleanse each and every sense organ. That can make a huge difference in your health every day. So you can all visit the YouTube channel and look at this practical demonstration of whatever I spoke till now. So there is also this a wonderful way of preparing kajal, which the slide is not having this. So we prepare simple kajal out of very a simple herb called harad or Terminalia chabula, one of the triflas. So simple way of preparing kajal and how to apply it also was shown in the same video, which you can see. And then last sense organ here sense organ of hearing. So even this organ can be activated by putting a few drops of til oil into the ears, warm til oil, and we need to make sure that there is no moisture content in the til oil. You take a dry vessel, put some few drops of til oil, heat it and make sure it is lukewarm. Then put 4 to 8 drops of til oil in your ears every day. And after some time, you remove the excess til oil with some cotton bud, and it protects our ears from many ear diseases, prevents accumulation of excretions, prevents problems like torticollis, lockjaw, and prevents deafness, prevents tinnitus, sound in the ear, pain in the ear. So all these things can be prevented if oil is regularly put into the ears. So many people might have some doubts about putting till oil inside the ear. So we have helped so many patients who get admitted in our hospital do these things regularly, and we have got wonderful feedback from all these people who practice this daily cleansing, which can be completed within 10 minutes every day. It's quite effective and benefits are huge. You also can try. So these practices are coming from so many thousands of years. They're very, very effective. You all can try and experience it. And if you have any problem, you can always contact me. Um, so tomorrow we will speak about sleep. So if you have any doubts regarding this cleansing part, cleansing of all the sense organs, cleansing of internal organs, if you have any problem, any question, you can ask. We have 5 minutes to take questions. You can raise your hand. Ashok Behraji.
Yes, so भैया नमस्ते.
Namaste. You have a question?
Yes, sir. Namaskar, sir. Very nice talk, sir. I'm having a question that why you are giving emphasis only to the peel oil, not to
Sorry?
cow ghee, not to mustard oil, only to peel oil.
Yes.
Any speciality, sir? Why to give any the peel oil only?
The till oil is suitable for most of the body constitutions. And if you take mustard oil, it is more hot in nature. So people with already hot body constitution, it might increase the hotness. Coconut oil is more cold in nature. People with cold constitution, it might increase this cold this thing. So till oil is like neutral. It will neither increase the hotness, it will neither increase the coldness. It will be stable. It can be used in all parts of India, in fact in other parts of the world also. So because it is much universally suitable for most of the body constitutions, it has been recommended, till oil.
And sir, this peel oil will not disturb the Vata Pitta Kapha?
No, it will not disturb. Till oil is like it keeps all the three doshas in balance. That is the reason why universally it has been recommended.
Okay, sir. What about the cow ghee, sir?
What about the
Cow ghee?
Cow ghee is also a good way if you can get best quality Indian cow ghee prepared in a right way. That is also useful in putting in, for nasal installation in your nose. You can put it as nose drops. Even you can use it as eye drops also if it is a good cow ghee. We have tried doing this putting eye drops cow ghee in various eye diseases in which it was very effective.
So, sir, can you, because as we are not staying in the village, so we are not going to get the sesame oil, the peel oil in the village, the pure one. So we have to depend on the market, mall, the sesame oil. So what do you say that variety to be used for our what you said that to the nose and to the your ear for the cleansing?
Nowadays, I don't know, in South India, it's like a revolution. Everywhere, in every place, people are setting up wooden oil mills, not the oil mills which generate a lot of heat. Cold pressed oil is being extracted in each and every corner of our place in Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana. They are setting up in Kerala, in Karnataka. So these wooden oil mills where you get a very high quality till oil, high quality groundnut oil, high quality mustard oil without damaging the natural ingredients of the oil. That is available all over our place, and it is also available online. I will just put one website where I know authentic till oil, authentic groundnut oil, cold pressed one, used by extracted using wooden mill, that you can get in this particular website called gramium.in. So if you want a good quality one at a reasonable price, gramium.in or .org, I just don't remember, but this is the website, this thing. So there you can get a high quality of til oil, very good quality at a reasonable price.
Yes, it's so nice, sir. So nice of you. Very nice information to cleanse our eye, ear, and nose. I learned that. But I want to ask you one question that to cleanse our lungs. Basically, in the winter, this cough and cold supposed to have no. So, what do you say that how to cleanse our lungs by only putting some oil in the nose and it will throw out all our cough? Is there anything is there, sir?
Yeah, putting these nasal drops will clear some of the upper airways, but if you want to cleanse your lungs internally, regular practice of Kapalbhati and Pranayam will help. That is more effective. And of course, inhaling steam inhalation also helps in cleansing our lungs. And honey is very good for lungs. Hot water is also very good for lungs. Regular intake of hot water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, sir, can I share one of my experience of oil?
Yeah.
With your permission. Yeah. Actually, I supposed to have headache most of the time and cold. I'm staying in Dehradun, right? So you understand the temperature here. And I was also asthmatic. So I can't tolerate that one. I accommodate here. Let me share because most of the person those who are watching, I don't know how many are there, but they might have some headache or migraine kind of thing. How I used to tackle that one, and now I'm stable in Dehradun also. I manage this environment. So what I supposed to do that I used to do the jalneti to clean my nose. Jalneti is the best. I think that jalneti I used to do daily, evening and morning. And I used to put before the night the cow ghee put 2 5 drops each, So it makes me away from cold, believe me. And whenever there is a headache, what I supposed to do, I try to first put this cow ghee, and I used to try to remove the headache before taking any allopathic medicine like paracetamol, 500 mg. If it is not pure in the cow ghee, I supposed to put your what is that Anutaila from Patanjali. So if it is not going, then only I supposed to go to the paracetamol 500 mg. Then what I do again, I used to clean my nose because we know that this is a anaerobic respiration fan. So there may be some mucus is talking to your nostril. So it's blocking. As a result, the proper intake of oxygen is not going, and the formic acid is produced from the your glycolysis, right? Before entering to the pyruvate cycle. So it is the reason for that. So I thought in that way, that's why I supposed to clean properly my nostrils. If one will clean the nostrils, so I believe that the pan will get right. If you do have any medicine for that, I'm very thankful to you, sir. That once you will have some nostrils, so the pan will be released. I'll be very thankful. Yeah. I need that.
So this regular Jalaneti, Vastraneti, and of course there are the other Kshatriyas like Dhauti, Nauli, Shanku Prakshala. All these things are very effective.
If a simple person don't have any knowledge, I learned this technique from the YouTube only, that John Nestle. And that
but you can go and also take the guidance of the nearest yogi who is accessible to you. And of course, Shadbindu Thailam, apart from Anu Thailam, there is one more medicine which is a bit more effective and much stronger, but needs supervision of doctor to cleanse powerfully all the channels of the nose. Shadbindu Thailam is another nasal drop useful in cleansing the nose and related channels. So, yeah.
Okay, sir. Very nice information, sir. Thank you.
Lataji, you want to ask something?
Sir, will this coconut oil be okay?
Yeah, coconut oil is also okay. Any oil for nasal drops, oil pulling, ear drops is okay. Only thing is coconut oil gets frozen easily. So in Ayurveda, it is til oil is more recommended, particularly in ears, than coconut oil. Til oil is more effective, and we strongly recommend usage of til oil.
Sir, this soap. What is the use of? What is the ingredient of soap? This coconut oil.
Sorry, what is
Soap.
soap?
What is the ingredient? Main ingredient? Coconut oil.
No. See, most of the manufacturers, they add animal fat in soaps. Very few manufacturers, they add vegetable oils, not coconut oil, some vegetable oil which is economical, which is less like maybe palm oil or something like that. There are few companies which use coconut oil to make soap, and of course there are few companies which use higher and costly oils like chandan oil and other aromatic oils also to along with coconut oil to make soaps. So even the soap which we use right now, they contain a lot of chemicals. If you just look at your soap, before opening, just look at the ingredients. If you find a lot of chemicals being used by the manufacturer, it is better to avoid it. You can make your own soap with minimum ingredients, and also you can use bathing powder. Just take some nice simple.
Where from we can get the details of soap making or this bathing ingredients?
Maybe I can tell you in the next week.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Then one more question is, sir, skin inflammation. So it is. I think soap itself is very good, isn't it? Other than making use of some other antiseptics that is available as medicines, soap is very good. Is soap good?
Soap with minimum chemicals is good, but in my experience, like see in our hospital, we don't use any soap, any shampoo, any toothpaste or other things to cleanse our body. So we use natural ingredients. They are much effective, and people who regularly use these medicated herbal bathing powders and all, which are very like you don't need a lot of chemicals or rare herbs. Simple things which are available in your kitchen, you can use them to make your simple bath powder, to make your tooth powder. I will take the entire next session to explain you how to prepare tooth powder, how to prepare bathing powder, how to prepare hair wash powder. Simple ingredients. I'll give you the formulae, so you can just try them. They are all available everywhere and very less cost. So that will help you in much more ways.
And what about this washing our eyes with soap? That also is not needed.
No. Why should you wash eyes with soap? I have told you, no, cleansing your eyes with plain water or rose water or triphala decoction is better.
Okay.
Not with soap.
And warm water should we put in ears? Warm, not water. Warm oil.
It should not be very hot, but it should be lukewarm. Til oil, sesame oil. Just 2 to 4 drops every day.
Actually, sir, when we have lot of stress, I have experienced is automatically my gum is affected. Some inflammation, such as pain, and ears. Ears. That is hearing capability will go down.
You so just try these things. You try these things. Use natural tooth powder to brush your teeth, and after that you do oil pulling. put few drops of til oil in your nose and your ears.
No,
Just
these are for gum and ears. No, but actually, it is initially it is caused from my stress.
yes,
So
yes.
how can I reduce the stress? So
Yeah.
thinking automatically this pain gum starts inflammation.
Yes.
That it.
Yeah, it's very important. It is very, very important for us to manage our mind. Unless and until we manage stress, unless and until we keep ourselves peaceful and happy, all such things, not just inflammation in your mouth or gums or ear pain or something like that. Many things can be triggered by stress: acidity, ulcers in the stomach,
Yes.
skin problems,
Yes.
hormonal imbalance,
Yes, sir.
and so many other problems can be triggered by stress. So all you have to do is first be aware of what's happening in your mind. Just observe your thoughts. Try to get detached whenever you start observing them. Try to observe the root cause for each and every disturbance in your life, and that particular point of time when you start observing and when you start analyzing universal human values, Jivan Vidya will definitely help in managing your relationships, managing your preferences, managing your priorities, and when you get answers for all the questions of life, that is when you will be satisfied. Otherwise, at all the four levels, at the level of individual, at the level of family, at the level of society, at the level of nature, you have many challenges and you don't know the solutions for the problems you face, and you don't know how to face these challenges, how to fulfill your responsibilities without doing a lot of sacrifices, how to stay happy. All these questions can be answered from universal human values. That is my experience. So
Yes, sir.
previously, like, I was also having so many questions, so many doubts, so many hard hitting dilemmas,
Yes,
which I was unable to handle. So once I came to know about universal human values, and once I dived deep into this, I started getting answers for each and everything, and I now know what is my responsibility, how can I fulfill it while staying happy. So this is the only way, and in that also, even after knowing this, if we don't practice this awareness, if we don't practice
again same
being
situation.
aware, then also you will just drift away and you will forget all the things which you know, and you will go and get stuck in the stress. So it's the most important thing is to be aware.
Yes, sir. Sir, one more thing, sir. Actually, sir, can you take a class on sleep? Good sleep.
Sure.
How to get good sleep?
In fact, that is what we wanted to speak next week. So half part I'll speak about sleep, and half part I'll speak about ways to prepare this tooth powder and all those things. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And Ravindra ji.
Sir, namaste, Dr. Sundaraj.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. How to treat the boils in the eyelid? Because my daughter, she has a small boil in the and that is not melting. So, is there any Ayurvedic treatment for this? Because that small over the on top of the eyelid that is there.
Yes, sir. Actually, we have some very simple medicines,
sir,
with zero side effects, which are very useful for kids. So, can you just send me the pictures of the boils? I can suggest you the medicine, and I'll just,
or I'll write the to your with your email ID, sir, and I'll send the photo and.
Yes, I will write the email ID.
Okay, sir. No, I know, sir.
You
know
have my email ID, right?
sir.
So, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You can just send a mail. I will reply with
and I'll take a photo of this eyelid and okay, sir. Grateful, sir. Thank you. Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir.
So it's really nice session, Bhaiya, and it's time also to let's expect circadian rhythm as well.
Yeah.
Gee. So we can call it a day, and really very nice and effective session. So we'll meet again next Friday. So thank you, Sundaraj Bhaiya, and thank you all the co-explorers. We'll meet again then.